everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing something very different, very fun in my opinion. We're going to be talking about last week's episode of All American, I believe season 6 episode 14. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to be talking about, let me just make sure my mic working because I just have very bad luck with my mic. And then we're going to be just talking about it and doing some nails. Now, this might be the craziest thing I've ever done, probably the most obsessive thing that I've ever done, but we're going to do Spilivia themed nails. Now, did I plan them out? Yes, exactly. And each nail represents something or an outfit that represents a time. If you know, you know. So, without further ado, let's start these nails. So we're going to some bare nails right now. I'm going to do like another calm over here. These are the nails. So that you guys can like have a closer look at what I'm doing. But, so let's get started. So last episode, I'm not gonna lie, like I was very excited because obviously it was announced that we were getting a little two-parter that just focused on Spilivia. So naturally, I'm there, like I'm there for my couple. Only to find out that this episode was going to still have trauma in it. Like I don't know when. Well, I guess there'll never be a day, I guess, because next week is the last episode and Daniel Ezra is leaving, and that means I need my girl Sam to leave as well. So then that means Bolivia is gone and never to return again unless they have a little cameo in the next season. But basically my ship is lost and you couldn't even give me a blissful day before their wedding. I just, like, what do you mean? Anyways, guys, as you can see, I'm struggling. Before I do my nails, I have to put on my UV gloves. I don't know if these actually do anything, but I actually do have a reaction. A small tiny reaction sometimes to this UV gel light. So if my gloves are a little dirty, don't do too much on me, please. Like, mind yours. So anyways, let's get into this episode. And while I'm getting into the episode, I'm going to be just making my nail a little tacky. I already did like cuticle work and prep before this, so I'm just using some rubbing alcohol to go over the base of my nails so that everything can like stick on there better, you know, because one thing about nails, like, you really just like need to have that prep done, and then once that prep is done, it should be sticking. But anyways, so basically the episode really starts off with like, I don't remember how the episode started off, but basically we all know Spencer was living in New York because, you know, that's where he got drafted. So Spencer returns and oh, isn't he so cute? Like, aren't they so cute? Like, did you see how Olivia just ran down like the stairs to like come and see him? Like, yeah, like that's so real, that's so true. So Olivia's basically been in party planning, wedding planning mode, as we should say, and she is like, okay, cool, everything's going well. And then she was excited to tell Spencer that they have, oh, this is builder gel, by the way. I always put a quote on before. So she's telling Spencer, she's like, oh, we got our first wedding gift. And as it turns out, that first wedding gift is a set of knives. And Olivia starts to literally lose her mind because that's a bad omen, apparently. Now, I'm not familiar with all the bad omens, but the fact that we're even introducing bad things, really pissed me off. It really pissed me off from the start because what do you mean? What do you mean bad omen? Like, my couple can't have peace? Sorry, I just went back and did another step. I forgot to do my nail dehydrator before I did my thing. Because as I said, making the nails as tacky as possible is key. Anyways, so Olivia's freaking out because she's like, Spencer, like, this is bad luck. And then Spencer goes ahead and like breaks this mirror. And yeah, episode is off to an interesting start because Operation days before wedding is giving Olivia bad vibes and she's not about it. So anyways, Spencer is really doing all he can to like really convince Olivia that like, girl, these are not bad omens, like this is just life. And Olivia's were just like, no, I don't think so, babe. But anyways, we digress. So then we're having a little lunch. Well, we have a little scene where we get like the moms like with Olivia, which is like so cute, gives in-laws vibes. I love that whenever they have like family scenes, like Jordan is always absolutely nowhere to be found. Like, he is never at the brunches. He's never anywhere, to be honest. And I don't know. Is his presence missed? I can't say that for certain. But anyways, they're talking about the bad omens, blah, blah, blah. And Grace and Laura are talking about how they're going to have the best speech at the rehearsal dinner. And Grace is not really having a bar of it. Like, well, neither of them having a bar of it because they both want to have the best speech ever. So they're having a little mom off. And Olivia is just like still catching more vibes that like everything's going wrong. So she's kind of just like trying to let everybody know that she will not have any of these BS. Now, while this is happening, a lot of things are happening for everybody else, but do I care about everybody else? I can't particularly say that. So Jordan is having this whole little... Now, here's the thing, guys, and this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why, when it comes to Jordan Layla, they always have to be making some, like, life or death decision on something. Like, for the whole season, they couldn't decide if they wanted to get married or not, when they wanted to get married or not. And then, now that they are married, they can't decide whether to accept the house that they did put an offer on or not. And I don't know if anyone else is just clocking that tea, but I just feel like, can they decide on anything? Like, how indecisive does it get? And then also to find out that Jordan is like running away from this job offer apparently. Like, can we not make up our minds over here in the Baker house? Well, not the Baker house, but the Jordan Baker household, shall I say. So it's just giving like, why are they always so confused? I don't get it. Anyways, so Jordan's running away from this job opportunity. Layla's trying to figure out if they should like move into the house or not. And I'm just like, why is this even a thing? Anyways, moving back on to Olivia. Olivia's having her and she's in the room trying on her wedding dress. Now, Olivia, why didn't you lock that door, girl? Like, you know Spencer is prancing about that house. Like, it's not to say, like, I wonder if he like left and went somewhere. Like, girl, it's not to say he left the house. So why are we trying on the dress if you know he's in the house? Anyway, so naturally enough, Spencer walks in on her and boom, he sees the dress, he sees her and everything, and she's like, oh my gosh, get the fudge out. But Spencer already seen her, like, so he's like, oh, you're so gorgeous, like, you look stunning, by the way. And Olivia's like, oh yeah, well, add that another bad omen to our list, because now you see me in my wedding dress, or wedding day is doomed. And Spencer's like, no, like, I'm going to marry you, and I'm going to marry you no matter what. So she's like, all right, okay, like, cool. So but one thing about Olivia, like, even when her man tells something, like, she's going to trust him and believe him, but then she's still going to freak out anyways, like, because that's just who she is. So even though Spencer has already reassured her, the reality is he's already seen her in her dress and she needs a new one ASAP. So later on, we see her talking to her mom and she's like, Mommy dearest, literally need a new dress. And her mom brings on like this like puffy thing for her, and Olivia's like, absolutely not, like, no thanks. And her mom basically tells her that, like, you know, you just have to find the right dress for you, yada yada yada. And she's like, okay, cool. You know, to be honest, she admits that, like, the dress that she does have, she never really liked it for real. You know, like, she was just like, this is cute, but she never really felt like, oh yeah, this is me in it, you know? So she was like, I'm gonna have to find what is me. But I'm over here thinking, isn't the wedding tomorrow? How are we finding a dress that's more me by tomorrow? But anyways, like, so my girl's on a journey to find her thing. Now, she's on a short-lived journey because she loses her ring, like, soon after that. And she was talking about some, I did the dishes. Olivia, when in your life have you done dishes? And that's a question that I need an answer to, actually. So she's all like, yeah, I was doing the dishes. Maybe it fell down the drain. So she tells Jordan to get to the house ASAP. And while all this is happening, Spencer's on a little field trip. He goes... Where did he go? Yeah. First he was at the beach house with Coop. Then Coop was like, scram. And then he was at Crenshaw High School. And he was talking to the coach that, you know, Jordan has been ducking this job from. And the coach was like, hello, like, we want to name the weight room after you. And Spencer's like, excuse me, no. Like, and he's been, like, secretly, like, donating money to the school. So obviously everyone's like, Spencer James, like, you know, he's doing it up for the class. But Spencer trying to, like, play anonymous. But, like, who else would be secretly giving them money, Spencer? Like, is there any newly minted NFL players that are coming to some big bank from Crenshaw High School in any past recent years, days, weeks, months? No. So anyways, the coach also, like, tells him, like, oh, you should talk to Jordan. Like, he's been screening my calls, basically. And Spencer's like, oh, he has? Okay. But then he gets summoned by Olivia to look for this ring, same as Jordan has. So they're all at the Baker house looking for the ring, and Olivia's like, yeah, it's lost, sorry babe. And he's like, Spencer's not even phased at this point. He's just like, girl, this is just because you didn't resize the ring. Like, this has nothing to do with the fact that all these bad omens are coming in. So she's like, all right, okay, I don't believe you, babe, but okay. And basically, like, their bachelorette and bachelor parties are, like, that same night. So they have to get to step in. They have to get to step in naturally. And they left for the party. So when they leave for the party's at the beach house, everyone organized it, and it's Vegas themed. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the party was Vegas themed and, like, all the stuff that went into it, like, I kind of thought the party was going to be longer. But I guess that's just me, I'm not sure. Or, like, have more, like, nods, like, to certain things that happen in Vegas. Like, it was just Vegas decorated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were going to be, like, I don't know, having Spilivia at least talk about, like, oh my gosh, remember the sidekick, or, like, I could have done with a scene like that. Like, them talking about, like, remember the sidekick, like, talking about forever love, and you were in denial, like, look at you now. Like, I would need a scene like that, or something like that, between Spencer and Olivia, but we didn't get that. It's okay. But we did find the ring. So apparently, in a couple scenes back, when Spencer saw Olivia in the dress, she put her hands in his pocket, like, and brought him closer to her for a kiss. And I guess the ring fell out in there. So at the party, those Vegas magician people found the ring and then did it in a magic trick, and Olivia was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I love sure magicians. And everybody was like, oh my gosh. And then so after that, Olivia found her ring, everything was fine. She was like, yeah, my mom wouldn't actually have been mad at me, but I was mad at myself. So she's having a time at her party now, and everything seems to be going well. So she's like, okay, cool, like everything's right in the world again. For now. Because one thing about them, they don't like to see my couple have peace. And it's irritating. So, blah, 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 blah. Like, sorry I'm not focusing on the other characters too much, because it's just like, what was their point there? Like, I was promised Spilivia-centric vibes. I didn't get that. It's fine. But anyways, this whole bad omen thing, whatever, Olivia's still stressed out about it. So Spencer ends up actually talking to his mom, and she's like, you know, giving him tips and tricks and whatever. So she's like, you need to bring her to like a safe space. And Spencer's like, okay, I got it. I know exactly what to do. And then he brings her to the hot tub. And Olivia, prior to this, has been like saging and doing all this random shit. And they're supposed to get into the hot tub, and like they smell like so much chlorine or whatever, and then they don't get in. And then Olivia's like, wait, my saging has worked, this is perfect, slay. So then, yeah, they have a little moment, which I thought was going to turn into the hot tub like remake, like we would get in the hot tub and everything. Like they were even alluding to it and everything. They were like, how could I forget? I want to kiss you so bad. Like, yeah, we remember. And guess who freaking interrupted us again for the second time? Illegal things did occur, because why is he back? And with poster cards nonetheless. So anyways, also him not speaking, that whole not speaking thing, I don't know if like that was written in because like, I'm just hoping that it was because like he had a hoarse voice or something in real life, because I don't understand why we made him just lose his voice. Like we couldn't have done something else. Anyways, so he lost his voice or whatever, and he was giving them like little, his wedding gift to them actually came in. So he was like, okay, cool, this is like jewelry. Like he gave Spencer cufflinks, I think, and then a bracelet, and it had the coordinates of where they solidified their love, aka Spencer James's house, aka when she went over and she was like, so we can date. And Spencer was like, oh, T-slay, I want you right now. And that was cute, that was slay. And then we get to the rehearsal dinner, we get a cute little family montage thing, like Spilivia montage. We get the moms giving the speech and stuff. Like when the episode trickled down, like they ended up like squashing their beef, and Grace was like, you know what, I couldn't have done this without you, Laura, and that's like the realest tea. So yeah, so that happened, and then they had the rehearsal dinner, blah blah. And then the rehearsal dinner was over, and then boom, apparently there's a freaking storm. Or whatever. Or their rehearsal venues ruined. I just, like, why can't I ever have anything nice? Is my question. Why can't I have anything nice for myself and my ship? Why? Because they hate us. They really do. They really do hate us. So, I'm sorry to have fast forward through this episode, but like, I'm so upset at the fact that it wasn't just a very like Spilivia and stuff. Like Sam and Daniel, one thing about them, they'll always eat, like, even when their characters are going through it. So they did eat. It's just that the plot line, I was just like, why are we really going through this right now? Like, can't we just have fun? Like, it's literally the last episode before the very last episode that Daniel Ezra will be like the main character. So why couldn't we have fun? I just don't understand. pisses me off. It does. It does piss me off. Guys, I forgot a color. I'll be back. 1 second. That was really the episode, to be honest. Like, that's what transpired. I just feel like it's always just something. It's always something traumatic. Like, we can never be free. So anyways, now we did that fast recap. Let's get into the nails. Guys, this is taking so long. I'm really trying to keep morale high. But it's hard. It's hard to do. But yeah, I have what's it called? I think I'm starting to get a little delusional. So I'm just gonna stop talking and finish these nails. And then I'll be back to close the video out. So let's just try to work some magic in silence, okay? Let's just try to do that.